Gosh, there's so many places to go, and you have we have a couple hours, right? You have
Yeah.
time for okay, good, because it's you've done so much in your life, and maybe speaking of expedition partners, maybe we'll start with Huyen, I think is her name, from the Ho Chi Minh Trail.
Yeah.
And I was curious if you could talk a little bit about your relationship with her.
Well, Huyen, she rode the Ho Chi Minh Trail with me. She's a Vietnamese mountain biker, cyclist, and riding the Ho Chi Minh Trail was the most important ride of my life to connect with my father and do this massive expedition through Vietnam, Laos, and Cambodia. And part of the expedition is that we were filming an Emmy Award-winning film called Blood Road. And so I was paired with Huyen and didn't get to meet her ahead of time. She was actually chosen and interviewed and selected by the creative director, Nicholas Shrunk. And as an experienced expedition person, I was really uncomfortable with that whole arrangement of not getting to choose my own teammate, not getting to meet my teammate. We didn't talk or meet ahead of time.
Mm.
The meeting in Blood Road in the film is me actually meeting her for the first time. And so leading into it, I was really uncomfortable with that arrangement. I wasn't happy about it. Not that I assumed she was a nice person, but doing the biggest expedition of my life, my MO is you control the controllables. You plan your gear, you plan your teammate, you plan the maps. And because we were filming and because the crew intuitively wanted authentic interactions, they kept a lot of things for me, including maps, including my teammate. And I really butted heads with them leading into it and felt, for a while, like, this is not how I plan. This is not, this is not the way I do things. And I had to really, it was probably the hardest part of the whole expedition, is I had to let go of the way that I wanted to do it
Mm.
and realize that if we want to film this, if we want to tell a story, I have to let go of control. And that was really hard for me. And so I wasn't sure I would like Huyen. I wasn't sure she'd be able to do the ride. And so I kind of went in with the backup plan of like, okay, I'm going to let go of control and we'll see how she is. And ultimately I'll finish this expedition alone if I have to, because I
Mm.
was super focused that I'm going to do this ride. And I met her, and really honestly, what was my initially one of my biggest pain points of the planning and how this was all laying out became one of the biggest gifts, because she she taught me about her country. She taught me about the Ho Chi Minh Trail from her side, and the Vietnam War, which they call the American War, from her side. And she didn't speak a lot of English, and she had never ridden that long before. The races that she had done were like 2 hours. She'd never set up a tent. She'd never used a hydration pack. She'd never done a multi-day expedition. And
Wow.
so, I had to teach her a lot, which was frustrating at times, but I also, she was teaching me. And at the same time, I was teaching her her physical capabilities and what she could do. And she far surpassed what I thought she was going to be able to do. And that really strengthened her confidence. And she was teaching me emotionally how to tap into my emotions and how to slow down and how to look at people in a rice field and look at all the detail of what's happening, and look at a butterfly on a tree. And she was telling me the plants. And it was a really beautiful relationship. And I do feel like we became each other's teachers, her for my emotional spirit, and me for her physical being. And we really were sisters at the end of it. And don't get me wrong, it was really hard, but she ended up being such a great teammate. And if I had brought my own teammate, super strong person, somebody who's already done like a million expeditions, we would have gone too fast, and we
Mm.
wouldn't have seen what was waiting there on the trail for me. And so I thanked her at the end and I said, thank you for teaching me how to slow down. And as a racer and a competitive athlete, I don't slow down a lot. And so that was a real transition for me, is to take the time in the outdoors and to try to communicate with someone non-verbally who, our languages, I don't speak Vietnamese and she only spoke a little bit of English, but we didn't need that. And when I saw the film for the first time, the first film edit, and saw the subtitles of her interviews and what she was saying, it struck me that she completely understood me with no words, without complete
Mm.
language, and she was so emotionally intelligent that yeah, she became my emotional teacher and me her physical teacher.
Hey friend, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this particular clip, then I have something else I want to tell you about, which is the League of Superconductors. It's a business mastermind that I run to elevate the greatest change makers of our time. That is people that I like to call quantum entrepreneurs, metaphysical, spiritual teachers, healers, coaches, light workers of different types. And this is a year-long business mastermind starting in May of 2022. So if that's the type of thing that you're looking for, if you're looking to better fuel your mission by having a business that brings in all the abundance you're looking for, that both operates at the 3D level, serving the people of Earth, and at a multi-dimensional level, bringing in all of the higher wisdom and experience that you have access to. That's what we're doing. So if that sounds like something for you, then you can check out the link below, read a little bit more about the program, what we do each month. And I also invite you to apply for a call with me, a strategy session. We can get to know each other. I'll coach you a little bit, and you can decide if that might be the exact thing that you've been looking for. All right, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.